Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Last episode we checked out some of the fluid crafting and the ingredient buffers and kind of automating our multi-blocks, getting ready to automate the assembly line that we crafted up last episode. Now, definitely think the assembly line was easier this time around. It wasn't necessarily any cheaper, but so many different quality of life upgrades have been added in like the 3 years since I built it last that I think it is definitely easier. Also, I kind of know the pack a bit better now, and I've kind of prepared myself to build it instead of kind of like trying to build it off of like one little power turbine that I did in the first season. But anyway, that is neither here nor there. But yeah, so many little quality of life upgrades have made it, I think, easier. And SMDs, the advanced ones, just cut down on the amount of materials, although they are a little bit more complicated. But yeah, that is kind of why I wanted to get, you know, some of these more complicated plastics crafted up way before I did in the first season to prepare us for the future. But yeah, that is one. I'm looking forward to seeing how we can automate it. I'm a bit worried we're going to get frustrated because boy, did I get frustrated at times in the first season with Steve's Factory Manager. But I think we're good. I'm going to try a couple of different ways. There is like a little mini guide on the wiki, the GregTech New Horizons wiki, about automating it, so maybe we'll check that out. But I kind of glanced at it, and it was like heavy duty stuff that I would have to kind of read over a bit slowly. But I've gone ahead and just attached this separately. I didn't want to go through off the line because I actually only have this only 4 amps of IV go into this main part of the base. I mean, most of the stuff isn't done in the base anymore. But yeah, so I've just kind of split off from here into its own transformer right there. So that is that. I just broke down our Radon thing that we had in the basement. Finally broke that down. So we pretty much cleared out most of this stuff down here. I still have my implosion compressor. We'll take care of that when we start working on the new rockets. This stuff I don't mind leaving down here. I want to get all that stuff out of here as well. But that is like not in the way. It's kind of like last priority. I have gone ahead and sort of set up the thing for radon. So our plutonium, our uranium-238, I just have it in there. A stocking import bus, and yeah, I think that'll work. And I'm just realizing that I may have, I don't remember. But I was noticing that is actually connected, but it wasn't showing up in the... Why are they showing up? I may need to... I can't remember if you need to connect it and then place the stuff in. Because I do have this stuff in my... Yeah, there we go. So just kind of reset it. So I got that there. The only problem is we use uranium-238 to power the base. So I don't want this to tear up all my uranium. It's basically like 1 uranium doesn't even get us a bucket. So if I did 4,000 buckets, like, we would just destroy our uranium supply. And I don't feel like moving the miner right now. So I'm just gonna probably leave that for the time being. It's set up to run. I may just finish it. It's not turned on or anything like that. And basically what I was planning is just using the furnace, the multi-block furnace we have over there, instead of its own separate one. I am trying this output bus that goes directly in the ME system. So we'll see how that works, but yeah, I think this should work, I think, like we usually do. We got the air, we got the uranium, we got the plutonium. I think it is, I think we have the... We want an 8. That's the one we're doing. So we're going to get 64 of that back and the 800 radon. I think we can do that. I think we're good. No, we're not, because I forgot to hook it up to power. Whoops! I just voided that stuff. Whoops! Alright. Well, don't do that. I totally forgot to hook it up with power. That's right. So I do have to do that, but I'm not going to worry about that right now, because we have a whole bunch of radon at the moment. I just wanted to get this set up. I think this is how we're going to do it. And then I will just do the plutonium on... Oops. It's a little confusing with all the things. Not to mention I have ore processing and then processing. So, yeah, I'll just throw the plutonium dust on there when we get it, I think. Alright, cool. So, that is that. So, let's work on this. Now, I have been starting to do recipes for the LuV Motor. This is kind of our first one that we're probably going to have to do. Now, there is one thing that we don't have. Also, I love that there is this direct recipe now. Instead of having to do that to wires, there's like a direct to the fine wire. I think it's wire 3 or... Oh, fine. I'm assuming that has a 3 on it. I don't know. Let me just double check. Yeah, figured it did. Alright, so that, we got all that. The only thing we don't have is this samarium rod thing. Now, I can do this, but I can't do the rest of it, because we don't have samarium. We don't have the metal samarium yet. We've never gotten it. But, is this my... Yeah. So if I do... Actually, I haven't done this recipe yet. Let's do... Gonna fit in here? Yeah, I guess it fits in that one. Now, I do need to do this. Oh, molten indoloy. We don't have that yet either. Alright, so there are a couple little things here that we are gonna have to get. Samarium. Let's throw that there. We're gonna have to get indoloy. Oops. Yeah, we said it. Indoloy. Bismuth, lead, tin, cadmium, indium. Alright, I think we actually do have all that. I processed a whole bunch of that rockite stuff, so we do have a bunch of indium. And I did all the galena and sphalerite. Well, not all the sphalerite. We got all the galena done. I feel like we didn't get a whole lot of it, to be honest. I'm gonna have to go check the Twilight Forest, see what is going on, because it's definitely not running. I don't know if it finished or something. I'll have to go check that out. So I guess we'll set that up. Do we need... I guess the question is, do we need these or anything? Do we need this in a... I'm just thinking, I'm like... How do I want to... We need this in fluid form. So I'm almost thinking... We don't want to convert it, because then we'd have to melt it back down. Also, I don't know how fast this is. Yeah, I mean, it's 1 second. I mean, that's quite slow. Although we only need one. It's 1 ingot. I'm just trying to think how we want to do this. Do I want to fix all these recipes to just go... I don't know if I want to do that. And remove this part of it. Just keep them in... Like, do we want to just keep them... No, I don't want to do that, I don't think. I don't think we want to store all this in fluid form and then convert it if we need it. No, I don't like that. I like just having it turned into ingots. So how would I do... Yeah, because the output bus goes directly... I'm just trying to think, I'm like, is there a way that I can output directly into... like if I did another input, not input, output hatch. And set it to just do this. Now, I don't think... No, we're never gonna... I'm just thinking, I'm like, is that big enough? We're gonna output it directly into the A system, so I don't think it would matter. So what happens if we locked this fluid? Will it actually go there, or will it end up in there? Let me set this recipe, let me get this done, and see if we can get it to go directly in there. And then I'll just put the interface or whatever. We're doing the dual interfaces, but I think we could just do a regular fluid interface. I am kind of avoiding extra cells. I just remember how horribly buggy it was and laggy and TPS breaky that it used to be. It's probably been fixed, but I'm kind of avoiding it. All right, there it goes. We shall see if this goes to there, or does it go in the output hatch? Right, it looks like it did actually go to the output hatch. Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. Now that I'm just thinking, I'm like, minor issue. I can't use this for any other thing, obviously, because we have a filter on it. It would be kind of nice if you could do multiple filters. But, all right. So, we will do this into the A system. I currently do not have a place for it to go. May craft up more fluid storage cells. Again, I know the extra cells can store more. They can store up to 5 fluids. This only does 1. I'm just kind of avoiding extra cells. I have, I'm scarred from using it in our first one and the lag that it created. So we'll probably just do... I don't even... Whoa, what recipe have I screwed up there? I've used this recipe. Oh, it's probably when I switched it. I probably screwed up when I switched all the things to... Yep, that's what I've done. And then ULV. I actually don't keep ULV circuits up there. We'll do... What did I need? 16. I wonder if there's other ones that I have screwed up as well. Yeah, the minor issue with shift clicking stuff in. Sometimes it does the wrong thing. Yeah, I guess we'll see when anything pops up. All right, cool. So we'll get that going. Just cancel that. We don't need that. And then I have just gone ahead and thrown all the soldering alloy into the A system. Uh-oh. What did I do? Okay, apparently didn't switch this recipe. Although I am noticing there are better recipes. I didn't know that was a thing. If you do a better circuit board, you actually get more out of that. So that is... actually, probably goes right there. Yep. Try this again. Yeah. So now it's just crafting up. Yeah, it's crafting up all three. Oh, it's because it's microprocessors is that one? I don't remember. Alright, so we'll put that in here. Now I do I have been what I want to do. We'll do that. And then just emptying out this into the bigger cells is what I have sort of been doing. There. Did I craft up two of those? Did I already have one in there? Did I already have a fluid storage cell in there? I don't remember having that in there. Alright, so there we go. We have a place for that to go. We have... yeah, we have enough channels down here. Did I actually do this? Maybe on the bottom. That is not where I wanted that to go. Okay. Down. And that should be in the A system. Let me just do this. We're not going to have any recipes on that, so it doesn't need to show up in the terminal. Alright, cool. So we got that part of it done. Now, Samarium is the next bit. I think we need Samarium dust. And I don't really know how to get this. So, when you get Samarium ore, you'll end up getting a ton of this dust. There are a couple options here. One includes the monazite line. I don't think I actually have any... well, obviously we don't have any Samarium ore, because I don't have any in the A system. And I don't know where it drops either. What tier? I'm assuming higher than our tier. Unfortunately, I get this error, so I can't check. So... does that mean we're going to have to do the monazite line, or can we actually get this? Let me look. I don't know if there is like an easy way to get it at first and then the whole crazy line later or not. Okay, we are back. I did a little bit of kind of searching, and obviously there is two lines. Now this is a huge line, as we can see, if we want to do this way, and I'm sure we will at some point for Samarium. But we can also actually just do this route at this time. We don't have Samarium ore. That's pretty late. I think that is almost tier 8 from what I looked at the spreadsheet. But I really wish I could check, but hopefully there'll be a hotfix for some of the looking up the ores. But there is a vein on Europa So I went to Europa and moved our miner. That actually reminds me, let me do this. So I can remember where it is, because I remember I used to lose them in the first season. It is on a Ledox vein, or whatever it's called. So I moved it to Europa, and we are getting... Basically, we're getting this Rubra something ore. And we are actually getting that Samarium ore concentrate. It drops from that vein. Which is this Ledox stuff. And we need this for the next... what am I saying? The next rocket, the tier 4 rocket. We need this stuff anyway, so I was like, now's the perfect time to go do that. So I did do that. And I'm just going to throw that in there to auto-process that, because that'll give us more of the Samarium dust. So that'll just run, we'll fill up with Ledex, we'll get some of the Rubicon, we'll get some of the Samarium stuff. Now, I'm just going to, like, do this manually for the time being, because we don't need a ton of this yet, but we will need it. But I'm probably just going to go ahead and set up that whole line eventually to do this. But what do we do? Alright, so that and that, we can actually just throw it in this chemical reactor. Pretty sure, right? Yeah. Okay, there it goes. And that will get us dehydrated something? Dehydrated? I don't remember. Where's my output bus? I don't even remember where I put my output bus. Oh, there it is. Alright, so we are getting it. The dephosphated, not dehydrated. There we go. And that tricalcium. Alright, cool. So there is that. And then this... I think we just throw this in a centrifuge, right? Yeah. It is just a % chance, and it's 1 per 6. So this is definitely not a great... definitely not a great way to get it, but it kind of is just a quick and easy thing. It's kind of like the platinum, where you can smelt the thing for some nuggets, where it's a terrible ratio, but it works to kind of get started. So I may not even... I may only get a couple out of all this, but we'll let that thing run. We'll see how much we get out of it. Alright, it's not super fast, or super slow either. Did we get any? Yes. Alright, so we got Samarium. Let's smelt that up, and let's see if we can get this thing crafted up. Alright, is that one of the ones that only... See, that one only has a 1, so I have to put that in my... I still haven't... It's still not fully... fully like how I have set this up. But, we'll see. So, we should be able to get one of those. Yay, cool. Also, I didn't even look to see how long that takes to... Alright, 3 seconds. Not bad at all. So I think that is that everything for this? Oh. Probably needs a higher tier. Sure does. Polarizers are super easy to craft up, though. They don't require any... It's an IV machine hull. Okay, we are back. I've got the polarizer, and now I am attaching this to a fluid storage bus. Now, this isn't really what I want to do. I just am trying to think of a way how I want to do this. But I want the lubricant to be in the A system. I have kind of set up all the channels and everything for this, all my tanks, for an input and an output, and that's it. So adding a third channel kind of messes everything up the way I've done the math. So I don't love that. So I will think we'll figure out how I'm gonna do this, because I need the lubricant for the recipe. But it's not like a fluid extractor recipe. I thought maybe putting it on, maybe on just a distillery on its own kind of thing. I'm not sure. Well, maybe I'll set up just a dedicated distillery for lubricant. But, okay, so we got that. We got our Polarizer, super easy. Just threw it on the back of this. Let me just double check this works. I don't know why it wouldn't. There we go. There we go. I forgot to item output it. Come on. Oh well. Sometimes it needs to update to auto output that. Alright, so we got that. Now we got this attached to a power. I did the... pretty sure I did maintenance on it, right? Yeah. So, I was debating how we want to do this. Now, I'm going to try... I really like GregTech pipes. I think they're just kind of fun. But they are definitely not the easiest things to work with, especially when you need to filter items. Now, for this recipe, we're gonna need it to... we do this underneath, actually. So if we look at this, we need these items to go in the correct order. So I don't know how it's going to... I'm assuming it's going to place them in the 5 items in a row. And then the fluids there. I don't really know. Now, the GregTech pipes, unfortunately, if we know how they work, are definitely not going to work with these, because when you place them down, it splits. If you have a junction, it splits where the fluids can go. And I would have to do some funny things with filters and shutters, and I don't think I want to do that. I'm going to try this. Unfortunately, this also does not have a priority system. So that is probably going to be a bit of an issue as well. But we'll try it out and we'll see. Now, these pipes can't do a stack every tick, but I just kind of want to see how it would work like this. All right, so there's the 5. And then I'll just do this, and I just kind of want to see where everything ends up with the recipe using the GregTech pipes. Also, I wish these did not hook up. Like, they're fluid. Why are you hooking up to item pipes? I just need to hook this up. Alright, I can just go into that. Would be kind of funny if this just happens to work. Just needs to... that probably messes it up. Alright, I do have enough dense cable, thankfully. No, I haven't even looked at how much power I'm using. It's been a while. 5,000 EU per tick for the A system. Okay, so, did that pop up? No. Where's the motor? We have plenty of channels. Might just take a second to sort it out. There it goes. Okay, so... Oh, I forgot to do recipes for this. So let me get everything. I'm going to craft up everything for it, and then we'll get it going. Okay, let's try this out. And looks like everything is good. Those are pretty quick as long as you have the... We had a whole bunch of ingots already smelted. I did forget to do those. I got barium being processed, or barite being processed down to barium, so we're good there. Yttrium, we're good for a little while. You only need one to make like 13 of those, so we are good for a little while. But we're gonna have to definitely figure out what we're doing there. Alright, so it's probably vacuum freezing this stuff. Also, I want to get that vacuum freezer moved as well. Okay, so it should put it all in there. I have these turned off so we can see what it does when it puts the items in there. Alright. So it did do that. Unfortunately, you can't see, you can't like mouse over this. Fluids are in there. They just don't show. If I do that. Alright. Well, it did. I mean, it put him in the right place. I don't know if that was, you know, was that luck or did that actually just happen to work out for us? Alright. Now the question is this going to work? It does place the item in the closest one, the way the routing works, so I'm hoping it actually may do that. Also, we should have enough power for this, so hopefully this will work when I do this. So it's pulling them out that way, which is exactly the way I wanted to do it. Holy cow, did it actually work? Is it on? Is this thing working? Hold on. It didn't actually work, did it? No. Oh, did I forget to... Wait, did it put everything in the correct place? Yes. 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 I think it actually placed everything where it was supposed to go. I may need to hit it with a thing to turn it on. I don't remember if I did that. No. Alright. Is this supposed to be on this side? Like, is this... Does it consider, like... Maybe these fluids are in the right... Well, I mean, all the items are in the right place. We have enough power. The right tier, correct? Yeah, LuV. Alright, I may need to move these. So, let me... Unless I... Did I... 144? 250? Nope, that is the correct amounts. Let me move these input hatches to the other side. I don't know. I'll throw the maintenance hatch like right here. I'll rearrange this. If this works, I'll just rearrange them. Like that. So, indoloi, lubricant, enabled. Alright. What am I missing? Okay, totally forgot about the data sticks, so I'm sure someone was yelling at me. You need to do the data sticks. So each recipe has a scanning recipe, so I have to scan a electric motor to get that one with a data stick. Now these recipes are super slow. I remember not agreeing with that. I have gone ahead and crafted up a EV scanner, because that's the highest tier I can do without needing nether stars. But as we can see, that is going to be 900 seconds. So we'll have to do that. And then I have to... No, I think that's it. We don't have to... Do we have to write it on a... I can't remember. Because it does give us paper and ink. I was like, do we have to write it down on the printer? I don't know. We'll see. Be back in 900 seconds. Okay, there is the data stick. It also says when it was updated, so you can see when I am recording this episode. I think you do that though, don't you? I can't remember. Or, you know what? I don't know if you actually need to do that. Doesn't that just turn it into a... I don't know. That turns it into like a book, doesn't it? Let's see what it gives us. Yeah, I can use that to make a book. I don't know. Oh, I think that just... You know what? I think that prints out the recipe. I'm pretty sure that prints out the recipe. Oh, also, because like before you didn't know the recipe until you learned it. But now it shows up in JAI. I think that's what it does, now that I'm remembering. Alright, so I'm just going to really quickly craft up this data access hatch. I think you can put the data sticks in the actual... I think you can put it right there and it works. This can just hold 4. I think I'm almost gonna like immediately craft up the better one. I just didn't have all the stuff ready for it, and I did for this one. So, all right, we'll put it in there. Now I think that'll work. I did move the stuff back to here to make sure and see if it worked. All right, please work. No! Why aren't you working? Wait, it did. That went really quick. I feel like that went too quick. Oh! No. Alright, did it not get enough power? That? I don't know. It used the items, but it failed. Should have enough power. I mean, maybe it just didn't get enough power. Dang it! Well, I just voided a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, alright, it didn't get enough power. Let me throw some batteries. Yeah, maybe it just didn't get enough power. Alright, let's try this one more time. I realized what the problem was. I had this faced the wrong way. So I had the output face down, so the power wasn't going through it. I realized that when I put the battery buffer on top and the things weren't filling. So, yeah, that was my derp. I figured it was probably my derp. Okay. New. Okay, so it did put the things in wrong that time. Yeah, I was a bit worried about the fluids. It does seem to be doing the items definitely seem to be working okay. Get out of my way. But since I can't do a priority on those conduits, we're going to have to figure something out with that for sure. Because the things are switched. So, I don't know if it, like, will it work correctly the next time? I don't know. There it goes. I think it's working. There we go. All right, we got it working. We got our data sticks in there. We got the thing actually working. We just got to work on the actual the automation of it. But there we go. There is our first LuV item from the assembly line, and that is Really cool. That feels awesome. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.